Erika became completely absorbed in the pursuit of language philosophy. As if possessed, her encounter with the old man had given her a new perspective. Everyday occurrences and conversations began to take on meaning she had never seen before. One evening at university, Erika was listening to her professor. He spoke about the limits of language. The words struck her deeply, as if they pierced her heart. If language shapes our world, do the limits of language define our own limits? Erika murmured to herself. That night, she found herself back in the library. In a secluded corner, she discovered another old book on language philosophy. Opening it, she read a line on one of the pages. "We can only see what we have named." Those words startled Erika. If the things she thought she saw were defined and limited by language, then her whole world felt stranger and somehow more fleeting than before. Holding the book, she pondered deeply. Does being bound by language strip people of their freedom? Or is it because of language that they can find infinite possibilities? She took a deep breath and made up her mind. I want to find freedom within language, and I want to discover a world that goes beyond words. That marked the beginning of Erika's new adventure. To delve deeper into the power of language, she immersed herself in books on linguistics, psychology, sociology, and other fields, absorbing knowledge. But the more she read, the more a single question began to grow inside her. How do words leave such lasting impressions on our hearts? Erika began noticing that the words people used unconsciously in everyday life actually had a profound impact on their values and perspectives. For example, if one person viewed the word challenge as a risky action, while another saw it as an opportunity for growth, their lives could unfold in vastly different ways. Fascinated by this, Erika felt an urge to understand it on a deeper level, and another question arose. Are words just tools, or are they like compasses guiding us? One day, Erika met a young man named Rio who also had a deep interest in language philosophy. Leo, too, was in the midst of his own journey to unravel the mysteries of words. Leo posed a question to Erika. Erika, what do you think about the true intent behind words? For instance, when someone says I like you, does that phrase really convey everything they feel? Erika was taken aback by the question. The meaning conveyed by words and the hidden intent behind them. Was the meaning she understood the real one? Or was it just an interpretation? Erika and Leo spent the entire night discussing the profound power of words with their visible faces and hidden shadows. Engrossed in this new theme, they talked until dawn began to creep through the windows. In the days that followed, Erika and Rio's journey into the depths of language philosophy completely transformed their lives. Every evening, as the sun set and others returned home, the two of them would gather in the far corner of the library, sharing discoveries and exploring new perspectives together. One evening, as they were discussing the mysterious relationship between language and emotions, Erika read aloud a line from a poem she had written. Words are like tears. When they overflow, what remains in the heart? When she finished, Rio clapped softly. That's a beautiful expression, Erika. But why did you compare words to tears? Erika thought for a moment. Well, Rio, sometimes tears speak more than words do, don't they? Just like tears, words carry something deep within them, beyond mere sounds or letters. But they can't convey everything. When words overflow, like tears, they carry a piece of the heart. Rio was silent for a while, absorbing her thoughts. I see. Words aren't just sounds or symbols, they hold something that reaches the heart. But they don't convey everything. That's probably why we turn to poetry, music, and art to express what words alone can't. After a pause, Erika spoke up again, her voice thoughtful. Maybe the limits of words bring us closer together. Because words can't capture everything, we strive to truly understand one another. If words could express everything perfectly, maybe there'd be no need for deep conversations like this. Rio nodded, touched by her insight. So, the limitations of language actually enrich our human connection. You're right, Erika. It's the imperfection in words that allows us to reach beyond them to truly understand one another. That might be the heart of language philosophy. One evening, they decided to try an experiment to communicate without words. They exchanged looks, gestures, and expressions, seeking to understand one another without a single word. Erika smiled at Rio, and he smiled back, both trying to convey feelings without speech. Surprisingly, they felt as if they were crafting a silent poem together. After a while, Erika sighed softly. It's strange. Even without words, I feel like I understand what you're feeling. Rio nodded. Yes, without words, our emotions seem to come through in a purer way. Erika recalled a memory from her childhood with someone dear to her. She didn't share many words with them, yet felt a deep sense of peace just being together. There was a silent understanding between them. She shared this memory with Rio. Sometimes, it's only because words are absent that we feel certain things, Erika said softly. Perhaps in exploring language philosophy, what we're truly seeking isn't language itself but what lies beyond it. Rio nodded. Yes, Erika. By understanding language, we might find a way to connect beyond it, to see the world with new eyes. Erika and Rio continued to meet, delving into the many facets of language. They learned not only about the surface meanings of words but also about the hidden intentions, emotions, and ways that language touches the human heart. One day, Rio posed a question. Erika, what do you think about the word love? Erika looked at him, a bit surprised. Love? I think it's an emotion that's hard to describe. Maybe it's special precisely because it can't be fully expressed in words. Rio nodded. The word love is just a sound, yet its meaning is so deep. When someone says, I love you, what they truly want to express goes beyond words. Erika agreed. Putting it into words doesn't mean everything is conveyed. Love is a feeling toward the very existence of someone. It can't be fully captured by language. They talked late into the night, exploring the difficulty of expressing profound emotions with simple words and the unique power that words hold. Over time, their conversations took them beyond the power of language to the question of how language shapes us. One night, Erika said to Rio, maybe by using language, we ourselves are shaped by it too. How we choose our words and express ourselves shapes how we feel and think. Rio looked at her, intrigued. That's a fascinating idea. So, language not only gives us meaning but also shapes us in return. Erika continued. Exactly. The words we choose, the way we express ourselves, it all shapes our lives. Rio nodded quietly, understanding the weight of her words. Together, they realized the profound influence language has, not just on understanding the world but on creating their own lives and perspectives. Looking up at the stars that night, Erika said, Rio, language doesn't just restrict us, it gives us the freedom to explore. Rio smiled. Erika, by exploring language with you, I feel like I've found a new kind of freedom. Language lets us express, understand, and connect, giving us endless possibilities. And so, Erika and Rio's journey in language philosophy continued. They discovered not only the power of words but also the potential to transcend them, forever opening new doors to a world beyond language. Erika and Rio's philosophical journey continued to deepen. Their conversations started to explore how language affects not only how we see the world but also how we see ourselves. One evening, Erika said thoughtfully, Rio, if words shape how we understand each other, maybe they also shape our own identities. Could it be that the way we describe ourselves changes who we actually are? Rio thought for a moment, then responded, That's an interesting idea. If we use different words to describe ourselves, maybe we start to see ourselves differently too. It's as if language not only communicates who we are but also helps create who we become. Erika nodded. Exactly. Words aren't just tools, they are like colors we use to paint the picture of our lives. So if we change our words, we might change our own perspectives and even our paths. The two fell silent, reflecting on how language shapes both their understanding and identity. And as they watched the library's lights dim, they felt a renewed sense of curiosity about the mysteries of language. Then one evening, as they gazed at the night sky, Erika said, "Rio, language seems to hold us within its limits, yet it also gives us the freedom to explore and express. I feel that words might not contain everything, but they inspire us to reach beyond them." Rio smiled. "Erika, by exploring these ideas with you, I feel a sense of freedom I never imagined. Language, even with its boundaries, opens doors to infinite possibilities." They sat quietly, sharing a newfound appreciation for the journey they'd undertaken, realizing that they weren't just exploring language, they were also exploring themselves. And in that moment, they knew their search for the mysteries of words was just beginning. As time went on, Erika and Rio's bond deepened. Their conversations moved from theories to reflections on their own experiences and how language had shaped their lives. One evening, Rio shared a memory. "Erika, when I was a child, I struggled to express my thoughts, especially around those I cared about. Words felt so limited, so small compared to the feelings I had. But over time, I realized that learning to choose my words carefully allowed me to open up in ways I never imagined." Erika listened thoughtfully. "It's like words gave you a bridge to connect with others. Even though words are limited, they help you find a way to share your world." Rio nodded. "Yes, that's exactly it. And through that process, I realized that even imperfect words can bring people closer together. It's as if the very limits of language make us try harder to understand each other." They both sat quietly, absorbing the idea that language, with all its limitations, could still create deep connections. As the night wore on, Erika felt a new sense of purpose growing within her. She spoke softly. "Rio, I think our journey through language philosophy has shown me that words are more than just tools. They're part of what makes us human. I want to use words to reach out, to help people see the beauty of expressing themselves, even if it's imperfect." Rio looked at her, his eyes filled with understanding. "Erika, you're right. Language isn't just about finding the right words, it's about using those words to connect, to discover, and to grow." With a shared smile, they knew they had found something truly precious, an understanding that would guide them, not only in language but in life itself. And as they left the library that night, their hearts were full, ready to face whatever the future held, knowing that, together, they had touched upon the limitless possibilities that lie beyond words.